So I was having a conversation with Johan about translitic process, and I guess he wanted me to share what my process is like. So um, I try to move as quickly as possible when I'm translating. I don't want to get caught up in what I think it means, or that I also don't care if it's gibberish or if anything makes sense. And sometimes, even if I know that the word means something else, I'll just go with whatever comes first to my head and just make sure that I move through it as quickly as possible and um, know that later I'll be able to make sense of it. Um, the first, the first rarely has much in it. The first edit, the first translation. For example, here's mine. Hast you order in night we stole? Their getting was jest, die night in light. See their gold over falcon rolled, matched stitch, mild and comet in their well. Hast you their ill grab, care, dirt, all maybe. Dire urchin, strict get seen grades lost, salve instead hath kind soul stray. Sees you these concise sound grab, and see slept in deer for denim scab. Shots die, see fury die, grabbin' and halting, and your stance village be decent gift, able show in vines touch falters, we just shown alleys over rift, ale amber, then man we rift, jade gold smock, and that lift get worse, ales dies, war won, racer curse, and am end that man in beret, able you wrist, then air through it. So it's a bit of a task turning that gibberish into something, and so on the first line, you can see that I made it order in the night we stole. From hast you order in night we stole. Then there's a lot that you got to just be okay with throwing away. Very often I throw away lines that I think are good, are really good, just for the sake of the song, because they don't fit the song. The more you think about it, and the more you try and make sense of what it is, unless you want something just totally bizarre, which is great. I don't believe in linear storytelling in songs. So if you follow the all the writing, all the editing on this, it moves. I mean, I thought I had a chorus in the third version. Do you care? Maybe. Do you dare? Maybe. Kind soul stray. Dirt urchin. The tide pulls away, or whatever. I ended up throwing that away. I thought it was great at some point. I even put it in number 4 and number 5, and then in number 6 I threw it away, which is what I think might be my final draft. I'm not even sure, but it turns out that the line all amber and wet, jade and gold smoke lift, all die and war is won, those who live face the rift, that felt just kind of like not like anything, and that got reduced down to the refrain that I preferred, which was wet with amber, jade, and gold. At first, I tried wet with amber, jade, and gold, smoke, lift, and I just felt like I was trying too hard to make an image. And I felt like wet with amber, jade, and gold is what it's like in dusk and morning. You know, when you're out and there's sort of like the colors are deep on everything. And so to me, it's like on a painting, it's like a backwash. And so you're just creating a backwash for everything that you're laying everything down on. Um, a lot of um, these lines, I liked how they sounded. Like in the first version, it says, um, and slept in deer for denim scab. And I liked denim scab, but so I just changed it to denim sky. Um, see deer sleeping in denim sky. Um, Trying to keep sort of the sound and the flow of it, but trying to, like, even the consonants, denim sky, denim scab, um, moving it around. Like, I turned joke to jest. I mean, jest to joke. Like, what a joke, instead of they jest. Um, Things like that. Kept, tried to keep it familiar, but also for the sake of the song, change words that feel kind of more uh, that are easier to sing. Like jest doesn't lend itself to sounding open. Joke, jest. Jest is like short and kind of. It's good for a rhythmic like pop, but you can kind of like joke opens up the image. Um, so those are just some of the things that I think about when I'm doing this. Just keeping with some of the consonant sounds that are there, keeping with the rhythm of it, but also, um, if you have to, just throw out everything except for one line. And sometimes, and not being so in love with your own work that you can't get rid of it. There's always going to be more words. In fact, there's going to be too many. So, um, like with anything, the more that you pull out, the more you can see. Um, Whenever I go into a house and it's beautiful, the way to make it more beautiful is just to simplify it, reduce the vision. That's the work of editing. You just you try and get out of the way of the song, so it doesn't feel so closed in. My songs tend to be wordy anyway, and so there's got to be a way to make it feel like less, to make it feel translatable and listenable. All right, so maybe this is too long, maybe this is rambling, maybe I need to edit this down and turn it into something you can actually listen to.